Hi guys, it's Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to do a knockout in multiple layers with a big thick word. Now this can be an image that you find in Cricut Design Space or something that you type out yourself using, say, Impact. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the same design I did last Friday. I'll have that video linked down below in case this is a year from now. And that way you guys can see how to knock out the one I just showed. I had a lot of requests on that. Please excuse the way I sound. I'm super sick right now, but I still wanted to get this out for you. Number one, we're going to go to images. And I'm going to type in Dreamer. I've already got that up there. And here is the image that we used. I will have it linked down below, but here's the information in case you want to do a screenshot. So that way you can look this up yourself. You can also type in just Dreamer or this hashtag right here, and it'll pull it up either way. All right, so we're going to go ahead and click on this, insert image. And the first thing I'm going to do is size it down. So figure out exactly how wide you want this to be on your shirt, not how tall, but how wide. And we're going to go from there. So say I'm doing 10 inches wide. The height doesn't matter at this point. So we've got our image. The first thing that I want to do is hit Weld. And this is going to make it one image because and let me actually undo that. I want to show you why. All right, and I'll duplicate it. That way we can do that. Okay, I'm going to have one that I weld, which is going to make this into one piece. This one here is considered multiple pieces, and I'll show you how. I'm going to duplicate this one more time to make it easier. Okay, so you have two that are welded and one that is not. I'm going to take the one that is not with one that is welded, and I'm going to select those two here. And you notice the slice button will not come up. If you're using more than one image, it will not come up. You can only do it with one solid image. It cannot be multiple pieces. So you'll notice it does not come up. But if I take, for example, I take the welded piece with the welded piece, which are both solid, I select both of those, the slice button will come up. So that's probably a lot of people's problems when they're trying to deal with slice alone, is having multiple pieces. All right, so now we're going to make it easy peasy. So we're going to go ahead. So at this point, it's going to get a lot faster. We're just going to it's going to be a lot of slicing. We've already welded, so it's just going to be a lot of slicing. So I need to duplicate this. I'm going to do it 5 times, and you'll see why here in a little bit. So we're going to duplicate it. We need it 5 times. I'm going to simply set this one completely out of the way. So now we're going to take these here and we're going to change the colors. So whatever colors that you're working with, so say example, I'm going to do some sort of rainbow here. So I'm going to have a pink on the bottom. I'm going to have an orange. I'm going to have a yellow. And let's say I do a green. All right, just like that. I'm so sick, it's so hard to talk, so please excuse me, and hopefully you guys can completely understand this. At this point, what you're going to do is line them up. So I need to bring these pieces forward. Whatever you're going to have on bottom, everything else needs to come to the front. So I'm going to come up to Arrange and click Move Forward. And then I'm going to just line this up. I'm just going to line this over. And what you're doing, don't worry about keeping it even on the side. You're just watching this space here. So you want to keep those about the same for each one. So say I'm doing something right about here. I'm going to grab the next one, come to Arrange, move forward, move forward. You could always click Move to the front to make it faster. I'll show you that on the next one. All right, so I'm just paying attention, trying to keep these even, so around the same width apart. So say I'm happy with that one. I'm going to take our last one here, come to Arrange, and I'm going to say Move to the front. So each time you can do that, and it'll simply bring it all the way forward. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to line this one up. So say that I'm happy with these, and I feel like they are all even. At this point, I'm going to select all of them. And I'm going to come to Align, and I'm going to align to the left. This is going to make them all perfect now. So that's how it looks. You can either cut it out this way, and they're going to be individual and layer on top, which is going to make it thick and bulky. You definitely don't want to do that, but you can, whether it's vinyl or iron-on. All right, but I'm going to show you how to do the knockout design. All right, so here we go. We're going to save this piece for later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hide it right away. I'll bring it in later. Now, what we're going to do is we need to start slicing these. And this is the order that you need to go in from the bottom to the top. So we're going to click the bottom, and then we're also going to click the orange. So I'm just hitting the Shift Command and I'm clicking the orange. So that way I can select both of those. I'm going to unclick it. You can also do it from over here. I can select this one, hit Shift Command, and then click this one. That way I can make sure that I'm getting both of them. So you can do it from here as well. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Slice. This is where it's going to get a little bit crazy, but you'll get the hang of it. All right, so what you need to do right away, the color that's in front, so not the bottom one, but the color that's going to be on top of the one you're slicing, for example, which is the orange. I'm going to select both of those orange again because it sliced them apart. I'm going to take both pieces of orange, hitting Select Command, and then I'm going to hit Weld. So I want to weld those two pieces of orange back together. What we want to get rid of is the piece of pink that we've welded, and there's going to be two pieces here. What I want to keep is the one that you can see here at the bottom. So what I can do is undo with the eye over here, and you can start to see. So I know it's not this one because obviously it disappeared the whole thing. But if I take this one away, but I can't see nothing moving, obviously that's the piece you need to delete. So you're going to select it, hit delete. I promise this is going to seem confusing in the beginning, but you're going to get the hang of it fast. Now what I can do, since I've done the orange, is I can hide the orange layer. So now we're going to work on the yellow. You can also hide the top layer so that way you just have the two pieces. So what I want to do is I'm going to click my top layer, arrange, move to the front. You're going to have to do that probably every single time. All right, I'm going to grab that, select Command. I'm going to grab the bottom piece. We're going to hit Slice again. Same thing. I want to take my two pieces of yellow right away and I'm going to weld them back. Just like so. So now I need to get rid of the small pieces of pink again. I could click on those again. If I can't see that popping up, I can hit delete and there it is. So now I can hide my yellow and bring back in my final layer, which is the green. So I'm going to arrange, send to the front, select both of those, and you can simply do that too by doing this, by dragging over it, hit Slice. Same thing, we're going to reattach our pieces of green. They should both pop up at the very top. Then we're going to hit Weld, and I'm going to get rid of that piece of pink, which is right here. You can see it because it's very minute. You can usually tell because it's just minute pieces. And we're going to hit delete. All right, so we're completely done with that layer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually hide the pink layer, so we're done with it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the next one, which is the orange layer and the yellow. So I'm going to hide the green because we're going to work with these two. Select both of those, hit Slice, and we're going to once again weld our two pieces back together. And we need to get rid of that one piece of orange. You can tell, so you can see if I hide them, okay, it's not that piece, but if I hide this one, I can't see nothing moving, then that's it. I'm going to hit delete. And if you accidentally delete a piece that you didn't mean to, you can always hit undo. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that again. Now we are ready for the green piece. So I'm going to go ahead and hide the yellow and bring back in the green. I'm going to arrange, move it to the front, select both of them, hit Slice, select both of my pieces of green, weld, and remove my piece of orange. Now we're going to do our last two layers, which is the green and the yellow. So I'm going to select those. I'm going to hit Slice. I'm going to re-weld my top two pieces here, hit Weld, and get rid of that piece of yellow. All right, here we go. So you can see if I move this out of the way, you can see that it's knocked out. So I'm going to hit undo, and we're going to bring back in those pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and undo everything and bring back in that bottom piece here, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, so I'm going to show you one at a time. So if I hide this one, you're going to see how the yellow's knocked out, the orange is knocked out, the pink is knocked out. Now, if you want to, I'm going to bring, like, for example, the pink back in. If I think that I could probably get away with getting rid of some of these pieces so I don't have to worry about cutting out, let me hide that orange. So like on the pink, for example, if I think I could probably get away with some of these minute pieces, you could click on it, come to contour, and I could get rid of it by simply clicking on it like so. Hit exit, and then it's not going to cut that tiny piece, just in case you don't want to do that. I left mine. You can also just weed them out if you decide that they're not working with you, so when you go to weed. But if you don't want your Cricut to do it, you can hit contour on every single one. All right, so you can see that everything is sliced just like it needs to be. Now, the reason why I have the last one, if you notice, so you may not notice, like the one that I did with mine, you could see, like, actually you can on this one. You can see some divots here, and I can't zoom it in because I'm on the desktop app. You can see all these divots, so hopefully y'all can see that. I don't want that. That's from us slicing and everything, and that it's only on the top layer that you're going to see it. So what I do is I have the duplicate. The reason why I do it right away is so that it's the exact size I need it to be. I'm going to hit arrange, send to the front, and then I'm going to simply lay it down where it belongs. I could select it and then align, once again, everything to the left. So now you can see it's going to set in there right where it's supposed to, and it's not going to have these tiny little messed up pieces, and it'll be super smooth. I could come back and change it to that green, just like so, and delete this piece. So that's exactly how you do it. It's super easy. I know it may take some time. Take and practice. If you get frustrated, slow down, watch me do this video. Just remember, you're going to do each layer from the bottom up. Obviously the green, you don't have to do anything to, and it just becomes less and less as you continue to do it. You can also do this by typing something out. So I could come up here to font, and I'm going to go to impact. Okay, we're going to click on impact. I'm going to type out, say, for example, my name. And you want to do it in all caps. Okay, so just like that. And then I would do the same thing. Say I want to do my width, 10 inches. And I'm not going to go all the way through here, but just showing you. Once I get it like this, I may want to bring my letters in. I would just come up here to letter space and bring it in just a little bit. So like that. Once again, I'll bring my width to 10. So say I had mine just like that. It would be the exact same thing. I would duplicate it. Let me show you really quick. So if I duplicated it, I would do it the same way. So let me change that color so you can see it. So you can see I could do the same thing and do it with my name. I've also had somebody ask how I would do, let me delete this. I had somebody ask me, how would you do it if I was going to do both directions? So I would simply actually go behind, so range, move send to back. So it would be back here. I would kind of line it somewhere right here. Say that I had it somewhere like this. I duplicated that again, and you're going to arrange send to the back and bring it backwards. And say that you continue to do that same thing, and you figure out, so say I want it actually somewhere right around in here. Just like so, and bring it up, and you're just gonna slice it in that same direction. So do that first part first and then come and do that. It would be the exact same thing, but you're doing it in the opposite direction, if that makes sense. Then after that, all you're gonna do is click make it, and this is how they're gonna come to the mat. They're gonna cut out just like this, and you're just gonna layer them from bottom. When you do it on your t-shirt, you're gonna do it just like my previous video, which is linked down below. Layer it from the bottom layer up. So just like that. I promise you, with a little bit of practice and probably one or two of these, and you're going to have it down packed. Follow me step by step. Slow down, push pause on this, and follow me step by step, and I promise you, you're going to get it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.